I never had this kind of dream before, very strange and vivid. I had a dream where I saw myself going to the bank every day, being attended to by a lady at first, and it felt normal. But then there was a new guy who came in and he became the one attending to me. And from then on, something shifted because most days I would just end up forgetting my bag there. And I found myself getting excited to go there without really questioning why. Then one day I forgot my bag again, but the next day I couldn't go, which meant I could not collect it. And that stayed on my mind until I went later in the evening after the bank hours were over and all the employees were coming out of the bank. There was some checking going on for the employees before they could leave for home. And that's when I saw him. I felt so happy in that moment because he remembered me and had actually brought my bag. And when he handed it to me and gave me a big smile, that is when I knew he loved me, and I felt the same way too without needing to say anything. Then the checking for the employees started, and I saw the woman who used to attend to me earlier trying to push us away from each other. And it felt like every time we tried to get closer, she would come in between us, and it kept happening again and again until I could not even see him anymore because she kept blocking us. After so many relentless tries to reach him, I finally got to meet him again, and in that moment, we both confessed how we felt, and we both cried, talking about how we had waited to hear from each other and to understand each other's feelings. And I told him how happy I felt when he kept my bag even when I did not even come. And he said he knew I would come. And we both had tears in our eyes, and that's all. So to me, this dream can definitely symbolize a couple of different things. This dream isn't necessarily about a love interest. Here's the thing about dreams. A lot of times dreams can be so vivid and feel so true, and it can there are some times that dreams can feel like premonitions. And some dreams are premonitions. But then there's times where it can get a little tricky because dreams will try to convey a message that will grab your attention, but it's not meant to be taken literally. For instance, this is a great example of that. This dream isn't necessarily about them finding a love interest in real life. What I'm getting is that it is about a sense of internal balance and internal peace that this person is yearning to feel externally, whereas this dream is trying to let you know that there is a blockage that's happening. The other woman who's blocking you from seeing this man represents your ego. You and the man meeting represents your left and right hemisphere of the brain, your divine masculine and divine feminine energy within yourself meeting. It could also symbolize you trying to find some sort of balance within, but for some reason you're thinking that this balance is going to be found externally. You're probably have a great job. That's what I'm getting right now. You have a great job. You pretty much have a great life, but you're feeling like something is missing. And I don't get that you're in a relationship. It seems like what I'm getting is that you're a single person, and you have a very good job, but it's just, you just feel like something's missing. Maybe you are missing a partner or a significant other, and you are just really so wanting that, I don't want to say validation, but you're so wanting what your perception of balance is external. Specifically in a partnership, that's something that you probably really want. However, when you find internal balance, you'll be able to resonate at that frequency a lot easier, because when you're at a vibrational state of need is the same vibrational state as lack. And so we never want to do that. You want to, I would definitely say for you, I would say get a little bit more creative, which you definitely are. I feel like just the fact that you're on a forum on Reddit about dreams does signify that you do you are open to some creativity in your life. Your sacral chakra is definitely open. It signifies that you're definitely open to your more creative aspect of your life, but definitely my suggestion would be to find a creative outlet. Yeah, this one is very simple. It's just basically your dream is just showing you that there's nothing external that you need to search from. Once you find your own internal peace and balance, whatever that looks like for you, you'll automatically attract the partner that you're looking for. And then by then you probably won't even be looking for a partner. You'll have so much peace from within that that's not even going to be on the forefront of your mind. That's not even going to be a desire at that point. So, yeah. That's what I'd say. This one says, I dreamt that I killed my newborn daughter. For reference, I'm a young man and I do not have a daughter. If I did, I would never harm her. I would do everything in my power to keep that person and my girlfriend safe. It's a relatively short dream. It's not short. It's long as shit. Me and my girlfriend was at the hospital when my girlfriend gave birth to a little girl. Sweetest thing I've seen in a dream. And apparently I had another little girl in my dream. And apparently I had another little girl in my dream, a daughter of about 5 years old. I remember in my dream how I looked at that little girl and was really happy. It was a fantastic dream. And in that regard, most of the dream was me being over thrilled with being a father and being blessed with what, in my dream at least, was a perfect family. Me and my wife put the baby in the car seat on our first drive with her home, and the most vivid memory of the dream is me looking at her in the back seat, putting her into the baby chair and going, haha, I'm a father, being overjoyed by the feeling. Then I start driving the car with my dream family home, and for some reason the brakes are not working at all in the car and the road is very bumpy, like driving up and down a Heartline monitor, but I don't really drive safe. I'm driving recklessly, but trying my best to drive safe. I know those two claims contradict each other, but that's the best way to put it. Then I'm about to enter a roundabout and drive out onto the highway when suddenly I lose control of the car as I'm speeding up to match the highway speed. And for what is probably a good 2 seconds in my dream, I'm speeding into a concrete wall on the side of the road. These 2 seconds in my dream feel like an eternity. I don't think that I've ever felt as sad as I did in my dream for those 2 seconds, not because I was gonna die in my dream, but because my driving killed my wife, daughter, and newborn child in my dream. I was really trying not to crash the car, but I do, and that's when I suddenly wake up. In this person's waking life, they probably definitely are the type of person that feels like they're not able to keep up with the Joneses, whatever that means. They're not able to keep up with society's expectation of them at this time, at their age, at this moment in their life, what society says that they are supposed to be, who they're supposed to be. This dream represents that. Just basically, again, it's actually kind of interesting that these two dreams are really similar in a sense where this person also might have a little bit of trouble with their ego self, where they feel like there's so much that they're supposed to be doing in a certain amount of time, and they're not where they should be in life according to society. But here's the thing, and we all know because we've all heard it from so many different people, but it is true, you know, at any given moment, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Sounds cliche. It's okay. This dream isn't too deep. And if there's something that you don't like about yourself, then change it, because that's definitely something that you can change. But at the same time, don't constantly compare yourself to everyone else around you. Maybe, I'm not sure if you have like friends that are you perceive are more successful than you, or parents are pressuring you. I'm not really getting that. What I'm getting is you are pressuring yourself and comparing yourself to others, and you definitely shouldn't be doing that. We should never compare ourselves to other people. Oh, lightning. Dreamt that I was at work and I was eating my lunch in front of half open windows when the wind suddenly blew my paper cup away, and instantly there was a lightning bolt that struck in through the window that is slightly further away from me and blew my paper cup into flames. Rapidly tried to close all the windows, but there was another lightning strike that struck through. I was left unharmed once again. My friend came to ask what was happening as she saw me panicking, and the third lightning bolt struck through the same window and hit her shoe, which left a charred mark on the front of it. I was left unharmed on all 3 strikes. Finally managed to close the windows and the sky cleared. This is a really interesting one. 3 strikes, you're out. Are you, this is what I'm getting right now. I don't know. Is there, it's like there's something where you're, and this is something that you know and you're consciously aware of. It's like you're on thin ice about something, or you're trying to tread lightly with something or someone because you know that you're on thin ice. Yeah, so get it together.